All right. Act in what way, I suppose, is one of the questions. One of the senior members of the Conservative opposition, by the way, saying one of the measures that could be implemented, a concrete one, to get these Republican values instilled in everyone, is the restoration of military service in France.
My idea is that an entire age group should do at least 3 months of military service, which could be extended, so that we can reaffirm a few ideas in their minds, civic values of course, but also the link between the army, the nation and the republic, and the idea that we also owe something to our country, rights and duties.
Jean-Louis Bianco, restore military service, where everybody's equal before...
I think it's simply not feasible, but what has to be done and can be done. It's civic service, which does exist, but on a very narrow basis. I think, idealistic, all young people should have the opportunity or even the duty of giving some time for humanitarian reasons, for environment reasons, so that they have the feeling of being part of the community because they bring something.
But those who are nostalgic for military service say this was the one place where you had people from all walks of life
in
together
civic service, you have the same without having a military duty. And you have the same not to prepare defense or to prepare to become a soldier, but to make things better for life of citizens. So you have the same result of mixing people, of knowing each other's, and the accomplishment of a duty for the country. So I think it's excellent and it should be extended. The President of the Republic seems to go in that direction. But you don't need military service to do that. You have civic service.
Civic service, and it would include women.
Including women, yes.
Leo Sevillol, would you agree?
Yeah, I do agree with Mr. Bianco. Military service is like going back in old days for me. The oldies, like way back.
But to do civic service would be a good idea. The values of the Republic, do they need to be instilled in people?
Well, it depends what you call the values of Republic. If you're talking about, for instance, equality, yes, of course. And also, when I talk about equality, is both social equality and also equality concerning people from different origins, against discrimination and so on. But I don't know what kind of things do you think about when you say they have to be instilled?
Well, what Jean-Louis Bianco was mentioning, that by doing 3 months, what is it, 3 months?
Can mean 3 or 6 months. The problem is not the time. The problem is the principle and the fact that people do that. But I agree with you. I don't understand exactly what you were meaning by instilling values. Of course, you have to explain that, to express that, but you have to practice that. And this is the problem. The problem you cannot be speaking of equality, fraternity, and freedom if you don't give equality. This is the key issue.
Exactly, and we have situations of double standards today in France. And I think it would be a symbolic measure, but I think we need more concrete and stronger measures. If equality is something you have to practice, well, we need to, I'm sorry, I'm repeating this, but we need to tackle the problems of job opportunities for people who come from the banlieue, for instance. And also, we need to tackle the problem of bad housing conditions, the problem of racism also, which is the contrary of equality in the French society. And that's really what the pupils I'm teaching are expecting now. I think much more than the civic service.
They're looking for opportunities. And how do you see in the area where you live, politically, how it's going to evolve? Everybody's watching here the rise of the far-right National Front. Is that going to continue?
I don't understand exactly what you mean.
Do you see the rise of the far-right continuing in France?
I think that, yes, if we don't tackle these social issues, yes, Marine Le Pen Marine Le Pen's influence may go on growing in France.
Nancy Green?
I hate to be so pessimistic, and I think that it is up to the current government to show forceful actions so that and measures that are against discrimination, that can help get people back to work, perhaps a civic service, something that get people together. The other thing that was the great mixer was also industrial employment. Forms of employment used to be places where people from different backgrounds met. With deindustrialization, other forms of problems on the job market, there are fewer places. So how to instill these ideas of freedom, equality, and fraternity, where and how, has become a real issue. But I think that that's key in order to block the far right.